Greetings and welcome back. My name is Angel Speaks, your intuitive reader and healer, clarifying life situations of the divine feminine, offering wisdom and guidance to lead you back to the seat on your throne. Welcome to Feminine Wisdom Tarot. Hello everybody and welcome back. So today's reading is going to be based on the fact that you have been letting people go that are stagnant in your life. That is friends, family, relationships, people that you may have found out some secrets or some things have been revealed to you about them, and you're no longer nurturing the situation anymore. You're no longer really even caring anymore. You're choosing yourself, and because you're choosing yourself and letting these people go, and if you are not choosing yourself, it's time to start doing that and letting go of things that really no longer serve you. But I feel like this energy is more so people that are letting go of people that haven't served them, and you're realizing who you are, what you want out of life, and things that are not pouring into you, you're no longer tolerating it in your life. And I have this rule of energetic standards out right now. Only what matches your frequency may enter, and that's the energy that you're in. So when it comes to these lovers, these friends, this family, if you're not matching my vibe, you're out of here. Like, that's the vibe of this reading right now. And I just want to tap in and see exactly what's going on, and also get some guidance on life moving forward for you. What's coming for you. And what I do know is that this is very abundant energy. When you choose yourself, that energy is so highly abundant. You're going to attract better people into your life. You're literally opening up a new timeline where you're telling God, you're telling the universe that I want better. When you're no longer holding on to what doesn't serve you, that's what you're communicating. You're communicating, I want better. Please send me better. I'm available. I'm open to better in my life. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the Kipper deck to really get some energy of why only what matches your frequency may enter. What's going on out here? Ooh. I have Lovers. Toil and labor. So put in some work into Lovers. That one fell. Put in work into Lovers. Mature man in reverse. So put in work into immature lovers. You're no longer putting any work into that. A privileged lady in reverse. You know, maybe these are friendships as well. Friendships, lovers, like I said before. Family room. Family members, like I said. Journey in reverse. You're no longer traveling that journey. All of these energies are in reverse. This is what I felt before. Family, friends, sisters, brothers, cousins, whoever. Anybody can get cut off at this point if they're not putting in the work to love, putting in that work to love you. All the people are in reverse. Family is in reverse. Courtship in reverse. So even with your dating, you're probably like, I'm out, look, bad health in reverse. You're getting out of this situation. People that don't have the energy in reverse, with wealthy men in reverse. People that don't have anything to basically give you. They don't have to always be money or items or gifts or anything like that. They don't have any energy. Once again, only what matches your frequency may enter. Rule of energetic standards. They don't have the energy to give to you. They cannot be the official person in your life. They don't have it to give to you. So I have my Kipperish. Let's see what else is going on. Lovers. I hear if they're not pouring into you, you're not pouring into it. That's just it. That's your motto now. Courthouse. I saw courthouse as well come across in the Kipper deck. So something that you have called judgment on, Or maybe you're going through some issues with these people. Surrounding a child. Some of you may be going through something surrounding a child. With this under lovers and toil and labor. Somebody not putting in effort how much you were putting in towards a child. Because child is under toil and labor. Calling judgment on the situation. So some of you have children where maybe that lover or a past lover is not putting in any toil and labor towards your children. And maybe some of you may be going through some things regarding your kids. We have Earth Angel and change. Look, work, labor, and effort. With the toil and labor, Earth Angel, and change. So you've changed. You're the one that's changed. You're the one that's changed. Maybe you used to do toil and labor. You were the one always giving and pouring into them. And now you change. You were always the one plowing the fields, answering calls, giving advice, picking them up, doing favors, just always being a listening ear to them. And you change now. You're no longer a worker, okay? Mentally and emotionally unstable. Ooh, and animosity. Because you change. So these people don't know what to do with themselves because you're no longer working towards these relationships and you change. They don't like that you change. Maybe they think you acting brand new. Oh, and you're not falling for their manipulation anymore. They didn't expect you to change. They didn't expect you to find the light. And like I said, yeah, relationship. Maybe now they spreading a false narrative about you because they feel like you abandoned them. And you got them in some confusion and illusion. Because you're no longer putting work and pouring into them like you usually do. Like I said, here we got some family members that are used to you just always doing and all this drama. Look, family jealous and envy. Jealous and envy towards another person. Maybe they're jealous and envy of your what you have going on and growing in your life with this family because you're ascending. You're awakening. And we have actual money. So that's abundance energy. And their manipulation can no longer look. Love spell, even for these lovers. Karmic friends. Karmic femme. So like I said with this privileged lady in reverse. A karmic woman. Mother, auntie, sister, grandma. Friends. Somebody karmic that wish the worst on you because you taking your energy back from them because they have nothing but destruction when you took your energy back and you have abundance flowing into your life. And it's simply because you let them go. That's why. Because you're practicing self-love now. They don't like that you're pouring into yourself and you're healed now. That's why you're able to let them go because you're healed and you see through the veil of illusion. Because once again, with the healing ritual, self-care, that allows you to see through the veil of illusion here. Relationship, it's in the upright. So some of you guys, a relationship can be coming in, or you're already in a relationship that's very loving, beautiful. And maybe they don't like that either. Continue to have the faith. Continue to hold yourself in high honor. Okay? And only attract people that's going to pour into you like what you're doing now. Look, manifestation. And everything you want is going to come through. And all of their voodoo is no longer going to work. No, it's not. Because you're a divine feminine. You're someone of positive, beautiful energy. And they're simply not. They're just not. Look, some of you guys are attracting in a high-level soulmate. You're attracting a soulmate that can be better friends. People that are a soul family that could be your family members. People just on the same timeline as you. Okay. Manifestation. You're manifesting, and this is primal energy of you inviting new people into your life. Not these evil, manipulative people, okay? Jezebel in reverse. So some women or people that were in Jezebel energy, because you don't do those type of things. You don't mess around like that. So you let those people go as well. Priest. And you following some spiritual guidance here. Abundance is coming your way. Commitment is coming your way. Possibly even a new occupation is coming your way. Like I said, a new community coming your way. This is very abundant energy. And you are unbothered. Mature man. That was in sideways. Know the difference when it comes to these people coming in. Okay. And this mature man, sideways and endings. So maybe there's an ending that needs to happen so you can attract the mature man. Or possibly somebody's going to come in as if they're a mature man, but they have imprisonment. So be wary of those people too. Look, transition. Be wary of those people too that come into your life with this abundant energy going on. Be wary of the people that try to come back into your life and try to something that was already dead and gone. Love spell manifesting back into your life. That is going to come in and pose as if somebody you had an ending with, pose as if they're in good energy and they're not. That's going to lead to imprisonment. And with this abundant, beautiful energy that you have there, which you're literally no longer attracting anything that's not on your frequency, those type of people will come back around. Even those family members could come back around. Those friends could come back around and act like they've changed. If they have not healed, they have not changed. That's literally how it goes. You have been ascending. You have been growing. You have been going on your spiritual path. So yes, you have been changing. These people, if they have not done that, they have not changed. So use your intuition when they come around. But with these people in reverse, I want to see more. So I'm going to go ahead and grab Tarot deck. Why is the Lovers out here? Why is Lovers out here? Ten of Pentacles. There's family, stability, inheritance, roots, prosperity. Like I said, if this not giving you that type of energy, then you don't want it. That's the only thing you're accepting because that's what matches your frequency. Toil and labor. Look, 10 of Cups. Everything you plan is worked out. Longing, happiness, lasting success. That's what's coming for you. That's all you're accepting into your life is abundance. That's all you want, and that's all you're going to get. That's literally all you're going to get because that's what you're opening yourself to. Mature man in reverse. Beautiful. Put your sword up against them. So it's a male that is not a mature male. Be perceptive, intelligent, somebody that you cut off. You cut off a male here. Friend, family member, whatever. You cut them off. They were immature. Privileged lady in reverse. Failed to face the facts, disappointment, blame, doubt. So somebody that you've been communicating with and they failed to face the facts of the relationship with this female in reverse. Okay. Let's go to the family. Family in reverse. Family room in reverse. I see Delver energy at the top. The success and victory was in reverse here. Delays with your family. I'm going to go back and see the type of energy of this journey in reverse. Because you're planning and looking ahead. You're not looking back. Now, I do want to see, you're not looking back. With this mature male in reverse, some of you guys with this immature male, what was going on here with this immature male? Because you're going towards the high timeline, but I want to see why you had to use your sword against this immature male. Self-destruction, chaos, lack of clarity. So a relationship that didn't give you any clarity. A lot of chaos here. Untruthful. And this is what you wanted. You wanted a 10 of Cups situation, and they couldn't give you that. You wanted happiness. You wanted success, contentment, and being blessed. And you cut it off because it wasn't giving you that. Whoever this male is here. Friends, family, lover. Privileged lady in reverse. Why'd you get rid of them? You got some messages about them. You got some news about them. What was the news? Nine of Swords. Something that put you in the Nine of Swords. About this relationship here with this female. Something you, like I said, something was revealed to you about a female in reverse here. Put you in a Nine of Swords about some type of relationship. Why is the Two of Cups here? Some of you. Ace of Swords, something you've seen. Why Two of Cups? You've seen something about this woman. Some of you guys physically seen something, or maybe you heard something. The Tower. A collapse, or upheaval. So some of you guys may have gotten into some arguments, fighting, reality check. Maybe you told them off or something like that. About the things that they do. The type of woman that they are. You just really told them the truth and put your sword up, really. Yeah. They weren't working well in this relationship with you. They weren't cooperating. Y'all didn't have common goals. What were they? Low quality, sloppy, conflict in the groups. So some of y'all could be friend groups with females. And you're the star. You ain't got time for that. You start healing and pouring into yourself and you let it go. So this family here, family room. Why is the family room in reverse? Shuffle again. And some of you guys poured a lot. Look, Queen of Cups came out in the upright I saw, but then it flipped around. Some of you guys have been pouring into your family so much. Something, the reason why it's in a reverse. And in this family, they're inconsistent, neglectful. Clearly not any good energy. They don't pour into you, and you had to put your sword up against them. But why? Why did you do that? Why did you cut your family off? Some of you guys cut your family off. Why? Tolerating their behavior that you no longer tolerate now. You got the strength to cut them off. To have a death to this enemy because you're transforming. They're not. You want better. So you moved on to calmer waters. Okay. All this struggle to put in maybe some fights or struggle, conflicts going on. You let it go. You're tired of that energy. This family room. You got, they still have new approaches. The old problem, still doing the same old thing. And you have they over here doing the same old thing. You have new things going on in your life, and you got these people in this deceptive ASS devil energy towards you. Dishonesty, betrayal, tactics, trickery, materialism, chains, repression, all this devil energy. You put your sword up against these family members here. And you looking for a better day. The sun, you looking for success. You in here nurturing something else. Finding something that's going to nurture into you. Nurturing into yourself. Some of y'all that may be a mother or a grandmother. And you looking toward the future and better possibilities here. Basically, it's something you're cutting off and you leaving people out in the cold. It is what it is. You looking better and them 10 swords ain't in your back no more. You and your 9 of Pentacles energy, loving and pouring into yourself and your independence while they over here in the 9 of Swords of what they wanted you in. Because you called justice on this situation here. Once again, they on the cold bad. I'm going to tell you that. You cutting them off, put them out in the cold really, really badly. But we don't care because we're more worried about ourselves and attracting what? Only what matches my frequency may enter. Okay? Some people with some insecurities. Maybe these friends, family members treating you like that because they're insecure. Doing all these deceptive things to you. I want to look in that insecurity too. Creation was sliding in reverse. They're not growing. Maybe you're praying about this. Maybe you feel a little isolated in this situation. Or you're having creation through isolation. Realizing isolation may be your power here. Because they don't use their wisdom. They don't. They're not spiritually guided at all. Like you said, devil energy with a lot of these people. They haven't accepted anything. They haven't. Look, in that trickery energy. And they playing victim now, like I said, out in the cold, playing victim. Because they're in the 5 of Pentacles energy. Use your instinct when they come back around. Bittersweet because you're in recovery. Some rejection that you may have had here. They want to play victim when they was in a trickery energy with you. Now that you cut them off, they the victim. Workaholic. You know what? Workaholic is here. You found balance in your life. Maybe you was working too hard on these relationships here and you realized that. And while they over here dissipating, you over here expanding, you probably just cut them off out the blue. They probably didn't even realize it was coming. Some of them, you probably didn't even give them an explanation. You just seen what you saw and you just moved on. You're not even, look. And they got left stuck at a deadlock while you over here because you was enlightened about something that they did. Some of y'all just cut them off cold. Some of y'all have had some back and forth with them. Either way, you know what you want in your life and you know you don't want that type of energy. I'll just say that. And now they out here playing victim. And for some of y'all, envious of what you have. Service, I feel good when I help others because you're not giving service towards them. You're no longer pouring into that situation. Or they could be start to be envy of your love life. I see envy up on the lover. So maybe they're envious of what you have coming in, something that you have right now, or what you could possibly have coming into your life because life is starting to love you because you love yourself now. So they're envious of that. Because you're growing. You're growing. Change sideways. They're not changing. You are. They're not changing. So when they come back, and they come back in the energy because they see you have growth, Okay, some of you guys, your career is growing, your energy is just abundant, and they need your energy back. Okay, and they'll come back in like they, like they've changed, and they just really want your energy back. Okay, you're a great person. They miss you. They miss whatever you could do for them, and they want it back. And you done took it away. Don't you take your love away. Tell me who's getting all your love. And you being honest, okay, and your self-esteem is very high. It's very high right now because you're not allowing what don't match your frequency into your life. And you're at peace. Nothing's going to disturb your peace. Nothing. Don't let this trickery come in. They're going to come with this trickery and victimhood and blame. Trickery, victim, blame. They don't have no balance in their life. No discipline. Blaming you. Because maybe you gave and poured so much into them that when you removed yourself, they don't have any balance anymore. Whoever these people are that you let go of, they don't have any balance in their life anymore. Because you're not there. So because you're no longer there pouring into them constantly pouring into them, they're not pouring into you. Now that you're not doing any of that with their trickery energy, now that you're not doing any of that, now they're the victim. They're the victim. Because you did something to them at this point. You being weird to me, you did something to me. What about the victim and the trickery? Trickery? What's the trickery? Trickery against a divine person? Trickery against a divine person. So you the real victim. Trickery against the divine person. Trickery. Courthouse. Judgment has been called on this. Healing in reverse. You're not giving them your healing energy. Healing energy on me. What's up with this trickery? Courthouse keep coming out. And abuse. Abusing your power, abusing your energy. You're no longer subject to this. Because you used to be in the Five of Pentacles energy. And maybe you were the victim, but you learned how to pour into people too much. So you're no longer taking their abuse. Keep saying starseed. You're no longer taking their abuse. Trickery. Some people were abusive here to a divine feminine. Once again, divinity. They were manipulating you with this trickery and manipulation. Abusive. They could be physically, emotionally. Somebody that was in a relationship. And you're unbothered. These community of people that were doing that. Some of you guys can have some unexpected money coming in, or your gifts may be increasing because you got out of this destruction. And once again, you're manifesting something better. Why this trickery energy over here? Because they can't manipulate you anymore. They can't play games with you anymore. They can't abuse you anymore. They don't have an energy dump anymore. They don't have no one to dump all this negative energy onto anymore. Love spell again. They don't have nobody to do that to anymore. Unexpected abundance is coming towards you. I keep seeing that. Hello to that abundance. Okay. Your manifestation. Abundance again. You guys are welcoming hello to abundance. You're welcoming abundance into your life because you change. Anytime you change, okay, you went for your south to north node. Anytime you change, you have abundance coming in towards you because you're high honor and a rising star in life. Because you let go of what no longer serves you and you're saying that I'm open to more. So I'm going to get just a couple of messages from the Goddess deck here. Let's see what else you guys need to hear about your energetic standards, matching the frequency. I have the mirror. Not all connections are meant to last. Some are mirrors and not homes. Bless them and let them go. Rule of feminine wealth. Your abundance flows from radiance, not pressure. So continue to radiate that energy, okay? Your no is a spell of protection. Your yes is a blessing to others. So say no to who you have to say no to when it comes to this mirror. All connections don't last. All connections aren't meant to last. Some are just mirrors and not just homes. Some is just mirroring the fact that you need to pour more into yourself. They're not the fact that you need to stay or, you could practice forgiveness. That don't mean always come back. And your no is a spell of protection. So when you say no, that's protecting you because you're only welcoming in what matches your frequency. And your yes is a blessing to them. You're no longer just saying yes to any and everybody. You're not just giving your energy away. You're just not giving your yeses away. You're no longer doing that. Are your thoughts and actions and feelings creating a positive and happy future for yourself? If not, it's time to change it. So when it comes to these people and having them to make a decision, ask if your actions if this is positive and happy for your future. If it's not, do not do it. Only what matches your frequency may enter. Empathy. Transmit empathy into discernment. So like I said, some of them going to come in as a victim and you're going to start to empathize with them. Empathy without losing yourself or tolerating mistreatment. You can have empathy for people, but that don't mean you're going to lose yourself again and you're going to tolerate them treating you any kind of way with this trickery here, leaving you out in the cold. You got to remember that you can forgive people. You can understand why they did what they did. But empathy does not mean you're going to accept them back into your life because they no longer match your abundant frequency. And everybody just can't go. And that's one of the realizations we got to come into, especially if we're the ones that's used to pouring into people, easily forgiving, easily taking people back. We can no longer do that. And that's what all of this has taught us. So continue choosing yourself. Continue only to accept what matches your frequency because that's what's going to give you abundant people. We're no longer letting these people hold us behind. It's time to keep choosing yourself. Until next time, peace and love. I will see y'all next time.